Hey, so I'm going to make a video on ball python care. So ball pythons are really easy to care for, and this is my ball python. So as you can see, they have beautiful coloring. They're and they're really good at balance. See, he's only wrapped around my finger, and he's like all the way down. I never feel like I'm going to drop him unless I'm just carrying him and he's not wrapped around me, because if he is, then there's no way that he's gonna fall. And so let's get started. So ball pythons, they grow 3 to 5 feet. It's very rare to see a really huge ball python. 5 feet even is pretty rare, but so females grow bigger. Females most likely will be the 5 feet that you see, and males 3 to 4 feet. So he's a male. So he is probably, I'm really bad at estimating, but maybe 2 feet? 1? I don't know, I'm sorry. I told myself that I would measure him, but of course I didn't. So, sorry. Okay. Sorry. I have all my notes on my iPad, and of course it goes off, and I have a long password. Okay, so he is in a 30-gallon breeder, and they should stay in a 30-gallon breeder because they don't get totally huge, terribly huge, and they are beginner snakes, so they are very easy to care for. I forgot to tell you that, but and so when they're younger and they're tiny, and you just get them, put a divider in the middle so they don't get stressed out, because they get stressed in big spaces because I don't really know the sign why they do. They just get really stressed. So and they would get scared and stuff. Not scared, but you know what I mean. And so just put a divider in because that could relate to problems with they could even die from the stress. So you want to put a divider in. Actually, with him, we had a smaller cage because I have a bearded dragon, and when he was young, we got a really small cage, and as he grew, we got a bigger one. So we actually had an extra small cage, which would work fine too. You don't just have to put the divider, but to save money, I would put the divider in. But I already had the cage, so because we keep all of our cages, so that's a good thing. Also, don't never sell your cages because we haven't sold them, and I didn't even know I was going to get a snake because my parents hate snakes. But when I did, we had 2 extra cages, and that's the cages that he lives in now. So I would never, ever throw away your cages. Okay, so, and for his basking area, it's 90 to 95 degrees, and it's 80 to 85 in the cool spot. So you want your cage to be to have 2 rocks, or basically basking areas. I'll do a cage setup in the next episode, I don't know what to call it, but it's basically this cage and then 2 hiding places on either side. So if he gets too hot, he can go to the cooler side, and if he gets too cold, he can go to the hotter side. And then I have my water right in the middle, so it could keep it it's not in one area or the other. So if he's too cold, he doesn't have to go over to the cold area just to get water. And he's very squirmish today. Sorry. And then you need humidity of 56%. It doesn't have to be exact. He's been doing fine. I don't have a humidifier or whatever. I just spray his cage every day. Twice a day is best, but I usually just spray it once because I have school and stuff. But twice a day is best. And they're nocturnal, so they come out in the nighttime, so I always have fresh water in, because it may look like he's not drinking any water, but he might just be coming out in the nighttime and drinking it, because whenever I'm up late, I'll go over to his cage, and he's always out drinking water. So that's basically, yeah. And also, for feeding, when they're younger, I fed him small mice. They eat once a week, so it's not like you're going to have to buy mice every single day, because they even have frozen thawed mice, which I thought it would be terrible It's not that bad. It is totally not bad at all. I don't know, it's not, it's not terrible. And, my parents, like I said before, used to hate snakes, but then I got him. My mom still won't touch him, but she doesn't mind him anymore. And, like, my dad loves my snakes so much. He, like, always watches him. It's so cool to watch them. But, and their designs are so pretty, and also I would feed them, so you always have to have tongs, and scissors to cut open the package. And if you're going to feed him live mice, just watch him, because sometimes the mice will actually bite the snakes, because if they're not hungry, then they don't want to eat it. Most likely they will, but I would just stay still, watch it, and watch him in case that happens. And when you're picking out a snake, when you go to PetSmart or your local pet shop or whatever, I got them at PetSmart or Petco. It's one of those two. It was a long time ago. So make sure watch out for a few things. So, well, actually, first ask the person when last they ate, because you always want to know that, because you don't want to overfeed them and you don't want to underfeed them. So I would just ask. That's what I asked first. The first question I asked was, why, you have on you, when was the last time he ate? And he hadn't eaten for a week. So I asked them if they could demonstrate how to feed. So they did. They showed me exactly how to feed him, which was awesome, because then after I knew how to feed him. And then you should go do a lot of research, and like, if they already fed him, then you should go research how to feed them and ask questions. They probably will know a ton of stuff. Like, the guy who helped me was amazing. He knew like a ton of stuff about them, and just, it was so helpful. And I did a lot of research before that. I had to do like a lot of research. And so then the second thing you want to look is look at all of them. See which one's like gentle enough. Like, you don't want one that's too squirmy and like he's falling out of your hand. You want one that's kind of, well, it really depends. If you really want an active one, then go get an active one. That's fine. But I didn't really want one that was so active that I couldn't even hold him. Like, see how nice he is being right now? Yeah, right now you're being nice. So I got this one, and like, I can put him right up to my face. Like, he doesn't bite me. So that's another thing. You shouldn't really try your face at first, maybe your arm. But like, I knew that I could do that now, but because I trust him. And also look all around him and make sure that he doesn't have scales missing, because sometimes at the pet stores they don't take such good care of them, which is really sad. But sometimes they get diseases from other snakes, and they leads to scale loss. And so I looked over him very thoroughly, like every snake, and he didn't have any scale. He didn't have any scale loss. And then just look at the design. Do you really like how he looks? Is he nice? Is he a snake that you'll be able to take care of? Like, not ignore him. Like, if I got like a really, really active snake and he was falling out off my hand, I probably wouldn't hold him as much as I hold this one, because I wouldn't want to have to deal with him on the floor every 2 seconds, you know? So it's really up to you. And, what else? Oh, yes. Always make sure that this worked out perfect for me. It worked out perfect. If he's in your cage, if he's in his cage, when he's young, every time you pick him up, just stroke his back a little bit to make sure, so he knows it's you. So whenever he's feeding, if I need to pick him up for some reason, I can always stroke his back and he won't strike at me. Like, my friend, she went in really fast to try to pick him up, and he like got in the striking position, and then I put my hand in there and I stroked his back, and he knew that it was okay. Like, it works out really, really well, just so he knows that no one's trying to hurt him, that he's okay and he's safe and we're not trying to eat him, you know. So I hope you enjoyed, and and if there's anything missing, then just leave it in the comments. If you find out something, tell me what works best for you, because this is what I do. And he turned out fine. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. And I'll do the cage setup in maybe like a day or so. Okay, bye guys. Bye.